Hey, welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host and part of the RSG crew. Glad to have you guys here. It's Hump Day! Mike. Glad to have you here for our lunch stream. This is where we hang out with you good folks for the next hour plus, whatever we get done. And we're going to do, we'll answer questions, we'll do a roster review, we'll hang out, we'll discuss what's going on. We all know that the big deal, Revan himself, is coming around the corner, so I'm sure we're all fast and furiously working on them. If you have questions, the way it works for us is if you have a question, put your question in chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your statement so that way we can scoop it up. We use Nightbot, and that's the only way we can kind of differentiate questions. So help us to help you answer your questions. If you don't do that and we don't answer your question, that's on you, not us. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, check out our Patreon, and we'll discuss the ACS stuff afterwards. We also are going to set defense today for Grand Arena. We got a lot going on. Just an update, you guys can see that for Darth Revan, key people have been asking me, so I'm just going to do this on the lunch stream. Just about done with Battle of the Fallen. The others are 6 stars, halfway or more to 7 stars, so I'm not going to have any crystals after all is said and done. I'm going to be so poor with crystals. I'm down to 6,000 crystals. It's awful. So, I plan on...
Hey, you get them right back with Darth Revan, though, right?
You'll end up having to wear a sign, "We'll pole dance for crystals."
Yes,
for vaults.
we'll
pole dance.
Because I'm doing the math.
The
I don't need to do anything more for Bass, just regular farm her. Everything's going to into Juhani and Karth and Canderous, so... 116 for Juhani, I'll be good. 3 for Karth will be good. Then I'm going to use all the rest of my crystals to do mass Cantina farming for Canderous, so he'll be done in no time. So I will be getting Darth Revan. I could take all these characters to gear 12. How sad is that? I could take all 4 of those characters. That's how much gear on crap I've hoarded. I could take all of them to gear 12. Oh no.
That's
but
awesome.
I'm not going to. The hell with that. I will be trying to not do that. All right, so let's introduce the panel. You've heard some of them already. We've got Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman, monitoring chat, and we'll be getting your questions. Dr. Finn.
Hi.
I'll get to you in a second, young man. Also joining us, we've got the Stoner Jedi himself, Xylo Takedown.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Also joining us is the mechanic of all mechanics, Mr. Grimm.
Wasabi
to you, my friend. Also joining us, we've got the lovely, the wonderful, and it's her birthday. She's turning 21 today, Miss Farquhar.
Hello, everyone. And thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
It's happy birthday to Miss Farquhar. Is there
fun tonight.
Is there any kind of funny voice or birthday song you want me to sing in for you, Miss Farquhar?
Ranger's choice.
No. You gotta have a favorite. So, is there one voice that I do that you'd like me to do?
The Swedish Chef.
Oh God.
Yes.
Gergen, it's good birthday. It's Miss Farquhar Cochran. Okay, Miss Farquhar. Chicken. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Farquhar. Happy birthday to you. Yay, Farquhar.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
That was awesome.
And also sneaking in here is Darth Hideous. I see you in there. You can't get Darth Hideous.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you better be on your
There
best
goes the
behavior.
neighborhood.
You better.
On the lunch stream.
That's right. You better be on your best behavior, Darth Hideous. I don't want any F-bombs or any craziness coming from you, young man.
Hey, it's professional hours.
That's
This is
right.
business hours, so you gotta handle business.
That's right. Put on your big
And
boy.
it's Farquhar's birthday. I wouldn't try to ruin it.
That's right. You will get beaten to death if you do. So, Finn.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
Why?
So, I wake up, I'm setting everything up, and then Finn's like, we're doing 4 roster reviews today. But it's not that bad. And I'm thinking...
No, it's not. Because
Okay.
our main roster review is Miss Farquhar, because it's her birthday. But she wanted some of her close friends to have a quick review as well. So we have one thing that we're going to review from Darth Hideous, who's here. as well as Vance Steel and Pookie.
Oh no, that's not going to work for me. I plan on going in deep dive into this crap.
Oh, well then get ready for a 3-hour stream.
Yeah, get ready. We crack my knuckles here. Yes, my time has finally come to review these dum-dums rosters. They talk smack, but they've only touched the smack. I lived in it, was molded by it. All right, so let's see here. We're going to start with the lovely Miss Farquhar, and we're going to get into her roster. Let me pull it up here. Let's see. Where's my window? There it is. Aha! Let me wait. Oh, we're not getting the pickle today. No, it just rings. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll check the other ones. I'm sure they'll advertise it. We'll get the raptor and the pickle. It's that in class rings because I'm getting ready to graduate. So there's that. Bear with me, guys. I'm really sore today. I did 6 miles yesterday, and I feel it really bad. My ankle swelled up like a balloon. Finn, I could be trouble for this half marathon. I don't think my ankle's going to make it, bro.
Well, they get slow and steady. Don't worry.
I know, but I think it's going to... This will be the last run I ever do in my life because I don't think my ankle... It is really bad.
You just need to employ the help of Harley Davidson.
Mm-hmm. It's not that I. It's not a stamina thing. It's just like get done, and then I got home and my ankle was just gone. So, but I'm gonna keep going because tomorrow I'm doing 8 miles.
You can Van Wilder it with tits.
Yeah.
Use the golf cart.
Oh, I don't care if I gotta fall out. I'm falling out. I had nothing to prove. Nowhere. I mean. I've walked 100 miles with 180 pounds of gear. I don't care. All right, so Miss Farquhar. Let's see here. We are looking at. Let me pull it up. Well, we've got
mods. Yep, so we're looking at mods and then teams for Grand Arena, Territory Wars, and the Sith Race.
Okay. Well, let's just look at your PvP team. You're doing You're doing okay with PvP. I'm assuming that you're not able to do all your battles every day, Miss Farquhar?
I do sometimes.
Okay.
And sometimes I don't. I'm kind of forgetful.
So what is your difficulty with going higher in Arena? Is it just that you don't have time sometimes to do the attacks, or are you finding difficulty attacking, or what's the situation?
It's mostly just I can beat all the I can win on offense every time, but I just don't always battle. It's like 4 o'clock and my payout's at 5, and I'm like, oh, crap.
Have you moved your payout?
No, I haven't, because it's not a matter of when it is, because I will do that no matter what time it is.
Okay.
I mean, we're just trying to help. But you are doing really good in Arena, so that's fine in Fleet Arena.
Hey, I think last time I was on here, I was like in the 500s.
Yes,
so
you've done Yes, you've improved vastly. So, all right, let's look at your mods. Let's just do a quick dive into mods. Finn, if you would like to, everybody, let's look at the Lady Fall.
I mean, I looked at her mods on her Arena team and her speed mods. Speed mods, you've done a really good job. It looks like your Revan has your best speed set.
Yes, it does.
So definitely good. The other ones are on other characters. I would say typically are good. You have some of your other ones on Bosk and Jolie, which are fine. I see Emperor Palpatine there. When we look at your Grand Arena teams and your Territory War teams, we may want to repurpose those mods a little bit. Emperor Palpatine doesn't necessarily need a lot of speed. Primarily because you put him on a team with Vader, right? And when Vader does his dots and everything, you're expecting Emperor Palpatine to basically start getting full turn meter off the bat. So while speed can work on Emperor Palpatine, it's not to say that you want to neglect it. He doesn't need your better speed mods. There's going to be other characters that I call them the engine characters, which are the characters that really help to get a team going. You have Bosk, which is good, definitely a good choice there. You have other options like BB-8 is one, and I have to look at your roster to see if these are viable for you, but just in general, BB-8, Stark, Thrawn, Nest, some of those characters where the speed means more than anything else, and those are the ones that you want to try and focus on. So when we look at your characters, we'll probably want to move those mods up Emperor Palpatine, but otherwise, I mean, they're all pretty good at the top.
The pickle has arrived.
Yay!
And the Velociraptor up top. Yay!
The other thing that I'm
Ew,
looking
it was
at.
my birthday.
Uh,
Raptor and the yodeling pickle.
it's fate. Calm down, Miss Farquhar. We're trying to do a roster review here.
I'm taking a look at your.
I'm just looking at her mods in general. Just I think you need to do some more slicing, definitely, Miss Farquhar. But that's the only thing I've noticed. You've got a good diversity of mods, so I would just start working your way down. I mean, you've got some mods that are. I'm not worried about your arrows, but your others that you probably could get maybe a shot at some higher mod hits if you slice them up. There's one on Kenobi. There's some, if you just get, what I do is I go on GG like we are right now, Farquhar, and I'll just go look at, there's one on Kenobi, and I'll specifically go to that mod and then slice it up and then make it gold, and then I'll just keep going down the list until I've gotten all the mods with speed up to where I need them to be. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You sound so enthused.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
One thing I've been trying to get more offense on Yoda, and I've been struggling getting offense mods that are.
I mean,
Your offense on Yoda is fine. You're over 6,000, which is pretty much the main number you're looking for. So your modding on Yoda is not that bad, and 3 of them are blues and 1 of them is a green. So if you slice those up, I think you're fine. I don't think you necessarily need to farm any more mods. You do have a lot of mods that I'm looking at, like Ranger was saying, that are decent. And I'm going to bore everyone again, but really quick, you have a lot of tier 1 mods, which are mods that follow the progression of gray 1 to green 2, blue 3, purple 4, and then gold 5, right, to get to that god mod status. You have at least 1 blue 3 that I saw, and I think it's an Ewok Elder. Just double check here, but you can, it's on Paplu. So you have a blue, actually you have 2 of them on Paplu. His triangle and his diamond are both blue 3s. So those are mods that you can take up. You don't have any purple 4s, which is good. So your tier 1s, you have those 2 on Paplu. You have some greens that I can see that are maybe worthwhile, like the one on your chopper. Your chopper circle is a 10-speed circle, it's green 2, so that one has potential. You have a 9-speed circle on Lando that can have some potential there. I mean, I would say, and you probably, I'm assuming not all of your mods are equipped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might have some.
Or not.
Yeah, so you might have some hidden gems in there too that fit the tier 1 progression. And I would just work on slicing those up first.
I've actually been working backwards. I think I've been leveling up all gray mods right now. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to work on your gray first, right, to see if, and so there is a reason for that. I think you're not maxed out on mods, right?
I'm not now. I was, and that's I started working backwards because I was like, I figured I'd be able to trash more that way.
Yes, and that's exactly why. If you want to work on gray mods, the best reason to slice up gray to green before you work on some of the other ones is to see whether or not you get that green 2 on the stat that you want. Offense, if you're chasing potency, you can look for that, speed, whatever it is. Whatever you're deciding as the stat that you're looking for, if it doesn't hit that 2, then you can just sell it and clear out inventory. And grays are a great way to do that. They have value, but they're also the easiest ones to throw away if it doesn't hit properly. So I don't have any issues with you working from the bottom like that. They're also the easiest mats to get and take up to gear to greens, right? Because it's just one mat that you can just farm a bunch of really quick and then just move your mod up. So yeah. I don't have any issue. I would say you might want to just do your Paplus, though, because they are really good blue 3s, and just to see if they hit. Because if they get to a purple 4, you have a chance here of, and this is going to be obviously like if you get best rolls, but you have a chance for like a 25-speed diamond and a 24-speed triangle. If you manage to hit the 6s on both speed upgrades and whatnot. So they're already kind of close. So I would say hit those 2 first, and then you can work on grays before you work on greens. That's fine.
Sounds like a plan. All right, let's see here. Now they're going to go through your teens for Territory Wars and Grand Arena and all that stuff. I already looked at your Old Republic. You're not getting Darth Revan, I assume.
No, I have not.
See.
I am further than it looks there, though. I just
Yeah.
haven't upgraded any of them. I'm done with Cantor Sordo and
Baslo.
Dark Side Boob. Yeah.
Dark side boob. Dark side booby lady. She's done.
But yeah, I think I'm like 80 out of 30
Okay.
on the other two.
All right. So looking at your roster here, Bounty Hunters look great. This is a defensive team for Territory Wars and Grand Arena. So that's really looking solid. May want to consider putting the second Zeta on Bosk, especially if you're using a ship, which you are in Fleet Arena. So it's a good investment. So Bounty Hunters look really solid. First Order, another defensive team. It's going to take some gear. It needs some work, but it's just gear and Zetas. So, you already got one on OG Kylo Ren, but you'll need the two for Kylo Ren and Mast. You'll need the one for First Order Stormtrooper. And that team is another good defensive team down that you can put that'll force them to have to use one of their meta teams to beat it. And the key highlight is, get them to gear 11 if you're going to work on this team. We're going to go through your whole roster real quick, but it's a team you can use on defense. It's really solid on defense. Let's look at your Imperial Troopers, a team I love. Very nice. You have the Zedon Veers, Colonel Starks 11. All right. Just get your Shore Trooper to 11, and your team is really good to use on offense. This is a really good offensive team. The key point here is getting your Colonel Stark with his speed about 235 up. If you can get him 240 or higher, that's better. You're going to get the 20 speed from Veers with his lead. And this is a team that you can use to clear out a lot of things. It can clear out Night Sisters, it can clear out Bounty Hunters. It can do a lot of good stuff on offense, but it's a speed check. It can even kill First Order. I've done it where my Stark was way faster than theirs. I don't know what they were thinking. And I'm like, well, that's a free win, because once troopers get going, it's ridiculous. And Stark is the key thing because he's the engine that launches all the rest. Your Snow Trooper is your machine gun that is just constantly doing 25 to 30k on all of them over and over again. So he just whittles them down. So looks pretty solid on your Imperial Troopers. Very much an offensive team. Your Jedi we don't need to look at because, well, you're running them. Night Sisters, that's the team I really want to look at.
Oh, God.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm about to start working on them.
Yes, let's work on your Night Sisters. Because really, it's just you're 1 star away from Spirit. You're 1 star away from Zombie. Talia as well.
Zombie there. I just haven't done it.
Yeah, let's start working on your Night Sisters.
Prioritize Zombie.
Yeah, prioritize Zombie gear
10 as fast as you can.
Yes.
Because once she's gear 10, then your other characters get a little bit of extra life, right? Because then she does her rezzing and all of that. So focus on gearing Zombie. Even at 6 star, just gear her up first, and then the rest of the team can kind of come after that.
Yeah.
So who would you recommend for, like I do Talzin, Daka, Ventress, Zombie? Who should I?
Talia and Spirit.
Like the 5th? Yeah.
Talia for raids.
Talia for the raid.
Spirit for PvP.
You go get.
Yeah.
But they're all at gear 1.
Talia is going to work out well.
Yeah.
We got Ewoks and Night Sisters for those Zetas too, but mainly, like the Talzin. Oh man, that Night Sister team is just annoying to face on defense.
Yeah, so I like it. My preference is always towards the Talzin team. I like the Talzin team more than Ventress for Territory Wars and Grand Arena, but the difference between Talzin lead and Ventress lead is not all that high. So when you're looking at how to build your Night Sisters, right? Night Sisters have a huge component of the Sith Raid. And the team that you run for that would be Asajj, Talzin, Daka, Zombie, and Talia. That team does work out in Territory Wars and Grand Arena. And its only thing you need is a Zeta on Ventress's leader. Ventress is unique, and Talzin's unique Zeta can come later. They're not essential for how the team functions. But the Zeta on Ventress's lead is necessary, and then when you add Talia, you get the additional healing that works in Grand Arena and Territory Wars as well, that keeps your Night Sisters kind of constantly going. So those would be the first 5 I would say to work on. And then if you want to go further into Night Sisters, because they are a really fun team, they can take out almost any team in the game right now, because Plague is just so awesome and the Night Sisters work so well together, especially the zombie after the zombie rework. If you want to work on others, right, then you'd work on the Zetas on Ventress's unique and Talzin's unique, and then you would work on Spirit, who ends up being the best fit. A lot of people have Acolyte because Acolyte used to be the best fit, right? And she was also one of the easier ones to get. They've removed some of her farming ability, and then Spirit just
nerfed her a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, Spirit is now the best fifth, but Talia with a Ventress lead works well. Talia under a Talzin lead does not. So, if you end up going to Talzin lead, then you'll want to reconsider that one. Acolyte does shine a little bit better, but Spirit is still going to be probably your top choice with that one as well.
Yeah, and a lot of people underestimate Spirit, especially if like they see like a full Gear 12 Night Sister team and then like one Gear 11 fifth, like Initiate or not Initiate, Acolyte or Spirit. And you know, I had that happen with my last Grand Arena. Actually, I went in with my troopers. All my troopers are Gear 11, clock for speed and everything, a little extra offense. And I'll tell you, like the difference between Night Sisters being Gear 11 and Gear 12 is amazing. But Spirit, you totally underestimate Spirit because in that team it's the only Gear 11, and it's just as durable as the rest of them. So it's a fun team.
This is a nasty team. All right, Night Sisters. We move on to your Rebels. I think your Rebels are going to look really solid. They are really solid. 3PO's probably want to get him to Gear 12. It's just such a great piece, and you can move him anywhere. But your Rebels look really, 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 really good.
I just got 3PO, and I was working on gearing him, and then I was going to move on to Night Sisters.
That's a plan.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that
plan.
That's a great plan. So that looks really good. I'm sure when we look at Resistance that we're going to see the same kind of awesomeness. Yes, we do. Look at that. Perfect.
And to note 3PO, like
Holdo 11, love it.
Gear 12 plus, the extra speed and potency statistics are amazing.
Yeah. Resistance looks fantastic. I don't have a problem with the Resistance. Then let's look at
I'm saying it because it's true. Depending on how much you want to develop your Resistance team, consider working on Rose. She's not that hard of a gear. And just having her special that does a
just
stun.
Because you had to do her Zeta, do not bring us the rest of us down with you,
that's
Finn.
why I was saying it's not because of that. She's actually her Zeta is useless. I hate her Zeta. Her character though works well.
It does
Zeta.
actually, yeah.
Like her Zeta is completely useless. Please don't.
But it can work under Finn or Holdo, actually, yeah. She's a great damage dealer if you gear up to 11, but it's a high investment more to
very much.
If you're stretching that faction out too, right? You can make the core dynamic pieces like Trooper, you know, Pilot even fits into some JTR teams with like Foresight and everything and her damage output. Once you stretch that faction out a little bit more, you'll notice like the Finn team, we still need to see the Finn rework too, actually. I don't want to tell her to go all in and invest.
Don't.
Well, Finn
if
still
you got a
doesn't
core
look
team, stick
bad.
with that core team.
Yeah. I mean, the way that you have your Resistance is actually really nice because almost all of your Resistance are Gear 11 except for C-3PO, right? And you're working on him.
Nice.
So the best part about the team is that this faction divides up super, super well.
Yeah, 2 offensive teams for you.
You can, and the way I like to split it up is Finn, Holdo, Poe, Resistance Trooper, and Rose. Right, so you have those 5, and they synergize really well because Poe, obviously Finn lead for all the exposes. Poe you definitely need on that team. Rose can attack and stun. Resistance Trooper doesn't expose with his basic as well, plus a Dispel, which helps you get around taunt. And then Holdo fits in because then you do an AoE that actually can hit all of your exposes and peak turn meter. So right now, again, this may change with the rework, but as it stands now, as a full Resistance team, that works out really well. Then when you go to Jedi Training Ray, you have Jedi Training Ray, R2, BB-8, Scavenger Ray, and then you have a lot of flexibility with the 5th. You have your Resistance Pilot, so Resistance Pilot can go on that team. You can put in just a random tank, right? Because it doesn't need to be a Resistance character with that team when you have those other 4. And so Resistance, more than any other faction, in my opinion, splits up the best out of any of the other factions, right? Sith has some difficulty, Empire has some difficulty because you get like these one teams that work out really well. And with Empire, I'm excluding Imperial Troopers because Imperial Troopers kind of end up as their own little faction. But Resistance divide up really well, and I think you can capitalize this on quite a bit because of how well you geared them if you work on Rose just a little bit. She doesn't even need a lot of gear. If you can get her to like gear 10, she fits on that Finn team. And the main thing is just having a fast Poe. That'll be the key to it.
All right, last team that you can use, and you can split these up. I always like to use Emperor Palpatine Vader with like 3 Empire, like Thrawn, Roll Guard, and Tarkin as a team I use on offense. It's really good. Do not use that team on defense. I tried it out last Territory Wars. No, it got me a defense, but it just doesn't get the health gen or protection because the AI sucks. But your Sith look really great. You've got Traya unlocked, 5-star, gear 7. I would say after 3...
I'm still gearing her too.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say get the Zetas on her as quickly as possible and get her to gear 11.
I have 2 Zetas. I can put them on her, but it's too late for this Grand Arena.
No, but moving forward, she even at 5 stars, I mean, her lead and her other Zeta are so good, and you put her with the Triumvirate. This is a team on offense that you can take Traya, Nihilus, Scion, which you've already got done, and say a Sith Trooper, which you don't have, but something you can work on, and go beat any 5, besides Revan, go beat...
What are you doing, Mike?
What the...
I just.
What did I tell you about being in the wind? And
I just wanted to say that York unlocked Traya. She's 5-star. She's gear 9. She's got the 2 Zetas on her, and she is so much fun in my arena. I mean, I'm only in the 250s. I've dropped a bit because I've dropped down. My Triumvirate, as I say, I've got a gear 9 Traya, gear 11 Scion, gear 7 Nihilus. Oh my, they really work, and they're fun. So it depends where you are in arena, but you don't even have to really gear Traya. She's just awesome. Sorry, that was it. Windbreak over.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, great. Okay, yeah, it's great. All right, so that's kind of a look at your roster. That's kind of what you need to be working on. This Farquhar, I got to say, for 2.8 million GP, this is a really damn good roster. You're focused on the right things. You've got what you need unlocked. You're not going to get Darth Revan. That's okay. You're working on the right things. I really like that. So let's finish the pre on Traya. Let's finish up those Night Sisters, then go work on First Order. And I think you're going to be really, really solid for what you can use on Territory Wars and Grand Arena.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Zala.
She got a great plan, and then if I could put her roster into one word, I would just say wow.
It's a good job. It's a very good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And we've got the Velociraptor and the Pickleback.
I just unlocked my Traya. Like, I haven't even used her yet.
No, wait till you do. You're going to enjoy her so much.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun.
She's...
By the way, very nice job on your 7-star Poe Dameron ship.
Oh, God. Right. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
Oh, hey. Oh, before we're done, I am curious how to split up my ships for offense and defense.
I'll make it easy for you since you don't have the Millennium Falcon. Keep what you have as your main fleet that you use to go clear them. Secondary fleet should be like a Republic fleet. You can either go Geos or you can go just straight Galactic Republic. Mace's capital ship and stuff.
Do you have Geos, Farquhar?
Not really.
I'm just saying those are your options. Really. So if you have one or the other.
Your best bet is teamwork.
Yeah.
Is
what?
Like
creating your own offensive synergy and then putting what's best on defense for the AI. Right.
Yeah, I mean, so with what you're running, right? I think you want to keep your current fleet on defense, right? If your guild is strategizing with putting like the best fleet on defense. So here's the general thought, right? It's that you have 4 fleets right now that you can use. You put your strongest one on defense, and that gives you 3 opportunities to kill something on offense.
So we have the opposite.
Best fleets for offense.
Yeah, you don't want. Let's see. That's all right. Listen to someone that does higher level territory. You want your secondary fleet to be really good, so that's something you may want to consider working on. So you put down.
Here's the other problem though with that, and then Ranger, you can tell me if I'm wrong here.
You are wrong, but go ahead.
Is that right now the best fleets are home one, right? And the team that you need on offense is likely to be Chimera, because Chimera can insta-kill one of those ships, whether it's the Millennium Falcon, whether it's Houndstooth. There's typically going to be an issue with those teams, right? So the reason I'm saying teamwork is because depending on what your strategy of your guild is, which will always take priority, right? If the idea is that you put your strongest team on defense, you're putting Thrawn on defense, which what that means is that you're going to have difficulty with your second fleet, because your second fleet is actually considerably weaker than what your strongest fleet is. You have good ships, but they still have a lot of gearing to do in order to get to an effective level. But what you have are your capital ships leveled up and allows you to create fleets to help clean up, right? So it's not always the easiest thing to get a first-time kill on those Millennium Falcon fleets. And so if that's what you're seeing a lot of, what you can do is work with your guild in order to do a kill. Like if somebody doesn't finish off a team in the first round, right? Then you can say that you have something weaker that you can come in and take out, like whatever's left over. If it's
That's
a Phantom and a whatever, Phantom and then the other Millennium Falcon or Wedge or whatever people are putting in there because they're rebels in order to try and divide it up. I think your best bet with where your ships are right now while you're still developing it is to just work with your guild more than anything else while you work on your geos or like another squad as your second squad.
And listen to me, Farquhar. This is what you should do. You're going to have your main fleet that you're going to use. In your case, it's going to be Chimera and stuff like that. Since you don't have the Falcon, then you're going to need a secondary fleet. Typically what's done is Galactic Republic, because it can time out, it's a pain in the ass that you can work on. Or the other team that people will use, they'll put down, is the Geos with Tarkin. Right? Now, when you get the Millennium Falcon, then it's going to change for you. So, Millennium Falcon allows you to use your Home 1 Rebel fleet on offense. That's your best team. And a lot of times what you see, especially in the top end, is that you'll see Houndstooth left on defense under a Galactic Republic or a Chimera to make it a pain in the ass for them. They have to use their MILF and they can't screw up or they're going to suffer, and they're not going to get as many points. Meanwhile, it's about efficiency on offense. So you want to go in with your best team. Regardless of whether they put their best on defense or not, it's all about efficiency. So when you get to that level, so basically the moral of the story is you want two really strong fleets. Your main fleet that you're going to use to be efficient, and then your secondary team that's a pain in the ass that they have to clear with their best fleet and is going to cost some points. And that's what me and Xylo see all the time in freaking territory wars. It is nuts.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. So annoying. And I mean, like, and it's all... Yeah. The main question is, let me ask you this, Ms. Farquhar. Can you beat the Houndstooth without the Houndstooth?
No, I usually save my Houndstooth for offense. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So now the follow up is do you have some of the prestige or anything on Mace Windu's capital ship or anything like that at all?
I have prestige. I could put it on there.
See, that's all right. Now that's the what's your second best capital ship?
The Millennium
Tarkin.
My second best,
probably Tarkin, right?
Probably Tarkin.
Okay, so now instead of making the investment on Mace's ship because it's very, very, very end game, like that's the last capital ship you want to work on, right, everybody? So for defense, if I were you, if you wanted to have a better, more sustainable defense, make that extra push and finish up the Geos, and then keep your Empire and your buff immunity teams in your pocket for offense, and you just start filling that Tarkin team with the Houndstooth, the Geos, and then all those extra bounty hunters, and Poe ship will be a great fourth or third in that reinforcement, and you got Xanadu Blood, buff immunity, you got Boba Fett too as well, so those are all really great pieces for especially your level. I think putting the Houndstooth and the Geos with Tarkin on defense and then some bounty hunter ships would be your best bet for a defensive team right now.
Okay, yeah, I guess my home one is actually my second best. I will be able to get a 7-star Millennium Falcon next time it comes, whenever that happens.
Oh, okay. So. Well, then inadvertently too, while you're working on those ships.
I should be working on home one.
Yeah. If that's the case, convert what pieces you aren't using on offense into that defensive team with Chimera, and then again you keep the Houndstooth on defense, and you keep your buff immunity pieces in your back pocket. And then when you get the Millennium Falcon, you'll be like, God, this is so easy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I think that covers everything, Miss Farquhar. I think you've got a good, strong plan there. We've got everything covered for you. All right. So moving on from someone's profile that is really tight and good to go to a dumpster fire, we go to Darth Hidious's profile. Yeah. Oh, he's trying to throw us off. He's one in arena and he's one in ship. So I think this. I call hacks on this. This can't be right. Can we check GG see if it's working correctly? My God. All right. Let me see here. What does DH want? My
He said
ship.
ships.
My ship's game is weak sauce, but I've embraced your Poe X-wing love now. I think he just said that to suck up to you, Finn. Look,
I've been using that in arena for like the last month and a half, 2 months now, and I can beat the Millennium Falcon on offense. I don't hold very well on defense, but
no, it's a great lineup. It's the same lineup I kind of use, so it is what it is. I mean, that's actually pretty cool that you've actually done this without MILF. So I could probably do the same thing. I just don't care about ships. I just don't. So
I love my crystals. I really do.
I get 500 plus crystals a day. I'm fine. You know, it's just like I can't do it, man. I can't. I hate ships. Oh, I do like 1 or 2 battles. I get like 23. I'm like, yep, I'm good. I'll keep my.
So what's your attack strategy going in to kill the team, right?
My attack strategy is you use the special from Imperial TIE Fighter and the special from Poe back to back. I have it clocked so that Imperial TIE Fighter is 1 speed faster than Poe. And he does a special, removes the protection from the Millennium Falcon, and then Poe comes right behind and one-shots him before their Houndstooth can gain enough turn meter to pull the taunt. And then once the Millennium Falcon's gone, that fleet is junk.
It's pretty much junk.
That's the DB strategy, right?
Yeah, it's the DB official permission granted team. And I can do that.
It's awesome. Yeah, I totally like it. It's very unique. So again, like you're looking for like more of a defensive hold, right?
I'm looking more for. I need to work on some things for TW specifically. I mean, I'm farming for the Millennium Falcon, obviously, but I can't kill enough fleets in TW, and I need to kill more. I just have this bloodlust where if I'm not killing everything in sight, I get really bored.
Yeah, you got to go after and try and get 2 wins on offense is what you're saying, right?
2 wins, 3 wins, all the wins, everything I can get. So,
Geos. Yeah, the Geos are always a plus to have in your pocket.
Yeah, those with Tarkin are pretty nice.
Geos are something I've always wanted to work on. Absolutely, but with everything else going on in the game right now, they just keep getting relegated further and further down the list.
Well, yeah, I mean,
of things to do.
Well, so going into your attack strategy for Territory Wars, I can see because even before the Falcon came out, I used to be able to go in and put a good defensive team down and still get 2 wins on offense. But with the introduction of the Millennium Falcon and the pieces that get used up in reinforcements that are used on certain teams, to be that meta team, it's a lot harder, and especially to be efficient too. Like you don't want to go in and prime a team up, and a lot of your other guildies are going to have a hard time struggling to finish that team off, even if it's primed being a ships team. So you should look to get just the 2 wins at most on offense, just to be clean for the guild, and it just makes it a little easier for everybody else to get their 1 win, maybe their 2 as well. And you got a good roster for ships. It's just like Mike said, stretching out into the Geos and then looking for more like home-based synergy. If you're going to be getting the Falcon coming up, it looks like you have a lot of the pieces geared already. You don't really have to gear the characters too much. It's just putting the right Omega mats down on the ships. So what capital ship do you have mostly developed behind your arena team?
I'm pretty sure Tarkin is my secondary, and then they're all pretty close to done or like almost completely done. I don't have
like
a
level 6 and 7 abilities. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have a 7-star Gear 11 Akbar or a Gear 11 Tarkin, so I can't like completely max out all their abilities. But for the most part, all my capital ships are pretty much done.
Yeah, well, then if that's the case, I would just speed roll Akbar's gear and put some gold mods on him. Like they don't have to be like 6E, just the 5As. And that'll give you a good jump on the fleet shard when you do start incorporating the home one. And you can even use that until you're building up the Geos. with the addition of waiting for the Falcon, like you can use the Geos with Home One until you get that full Rebel Falcon team together, and then you can kind of see how your teams are going to piece together from there. What capital ships will go with what teams? Like primarily the Geos with Chimera. It seems like the best secondary team, even for like defense and territory wars, stuff like that. Like Ranger was saying, the Mace timeout teams are still there. They're still annoying. You'll see the Geos pop up because, you know, they have a lot of synergy and flexibility, and Chimera is still a great capital ship, obviously. So with the Falcon coming, you want to kind of just chip away at those pieces again, like Akbar, and you don't really have to gear Sabine or the Phoenix crew. Like I left them lower geared, and I still climb to rank 1 with my team. My Phantom 2 hits 60, 70, 80K sometimes. I don't even use Ghost. I use the Ebon Hawk and Cassian ship, but you still have a lot of synergy in Rebel ships too, like Wedge. You don't have to put a lot into his ship, and you get 2 buff immunities off of that. And then you have Cassian developed. You can use, who else do we got here? Pull that back up. Poe's still great off the bench if you want a damage dealer. Potentially can work on Young Lando's Falcon. I see you got it unlocked and keep starring it. That max reinforcement is one of the best ones in the game. Let me just pull up who can be your 4th here. So yeah, you can, when you do end up getting Admiral Akbar done and the Home One ready to go with Millennium Falcon, you still have plenty of Rebel ships to go to. You won't have to invest too much gear, and yeah, just finish up your bounty hunter ships and prestiging Home One gear up Akbar.
All right. Hideous. How come your tanks aren't done for your teams? First Order, Imperial Troopers, what's going on there, buddy?
Too much to work on all
I know,
at once.
I know.
That's really my only issue is
Well, you've got the pieces for Darth Revan, so you'll get your Darth Revans. Hallowed be his name. May he rule for 1,000 years.
No.
I've been hoarding like you, Ranger, for that, and I'm really excited for that one to finally come into the game, and for this, it is time for the Jedi to end.
It really is. Sick.
I did a 23-minute long salty moan about 90% meta Revan and whether or not the devs consider it success. I mean, effectively, it's their most successful character to date, occupying 90% of the meta. But oh my god, it's boring.
So is the Han Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see,
100%.
you see, the thing is, and as Hideous has just said, you don't have to have the Falcon to beat the Falcon.
You don't.
You don't have to have
So-
it in order to beat Revan.
I made that
You
count.
are-
No, but
I sure
I'm
love my
willing to-
Falcon.
I'm willing to bet that Hidious's success rate against the Falcon is far greater than his Treya or CLS or any other faction against Revan.
Yeah.
No,
no,
actually, it's not.
the Falcon,
before-
the Falcon's so RNG based. You know, like if it goes and assists like 2 or 3 times, you can lose like right away. You know what I mean? As opposed to like Revan, you know, at least you can kind of expect when these mass assist attacks are coming, or you know what I mean? Like the Falcon just guns and guns and guns and guns. You know what I mean? Over and over again. So it's a lot of RNG with ships.
Well, I can tell you all
Yeah.
this much, that once I get this through the Darth Revan stuff, it's all about the ships for the bounty hunters. So that'll be fun. Yay!
But
All
they're
right.
good ships.
Uh,
I mean, I still use Xanadu Blood with my Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I'm
that's
sure they
such a
are.
great.
I just
you know,
hate
you
ships.
gear it up to get the Falcon, and then it's like, oh,
I'm
wait
just
a
doing
minute,
it to
I've
get the
already got
Falcon
it.
to be more
Let's-
effective for my guild. I could care less.
Yeah, I'd been running
and-
that too.
All right. So next one we're doing here is that was Hideous. That's what he wanted us to look at. I looked through all your characters, and you're fine. Nothing to say there. See, Hideous is once upon a time Hideous was all over the place. And then he found RSG, and now look at him. Just look at him. Little boy's growing up right in front of
I
us.
apologize.
Success story.
This is all
Yeah,
there.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
I've unleashed a Hideous.
You're
All
my
right.
boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue. All right, next one is Vance Steel. Wait a minute. How come Vance Steel's not using bounty hunters for his arena?
You
What
can
is-
blame me for
What
that.
is that? What is this Jedi stuff I see before me? What is this?
Pookie convinced him
Robert.
otherwise.
Yeah, you can blame me for that.
Fourth game, Pookie.
What is this? What? No.
No.
Sorry, Ranger, I corrupted him.
Oh, well,
I think he was sick of dropping.
Yeah, God, bounty hunter.
His,
Bounty hunters
his
are great,
bounty hunter
but
team's nasty too. to
I know,
counter,
but he just
Revan.
can't.
He's so nasty.
But
Shit,
it's-
they're all. Look at all 10 of them. They're all good.
No, I know.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm afraid to look at his characters because I think I'm going to have a connection. You know, let me just do it. Let's just go through his roster. Oh, it's a pretty damn good roster.
Look at his rebels first.
Yeah, let's look at Rebels.
Okay,
Let's compare. So let's look at Bounty Hunters first. Look at that. All Gear 12 Zeta. Just, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Just amazing. And then we go look at his Rebels. Let's go look at his Rebels.
Have you done the Bounty Hunter
And-
challenge 1 to 7?
My dear Lord in heaven, look at this. Oh my God. Just, oh my God. I'm
He
speechless.
has done the bounty hunter challenge.
Oh my God. Oh God.
I'm on the
Oh.
the 5 of 7
Oh
at
my
the
God.
moment. Kill
Oh.
1,000 Galactic
Hey, look.
Republic and Gear 12.
Still got that Ezra Zeta.
Oh God. Oh
Come on,
God.
ID 1000, Mike.
Oh my God. This is, I can't. Oh no.
So Vance Steel's asking about where to put his next Zetas, right? And I looked at his.
Well, I would say Rebels,
Oh.
but that's not happening. So good luck telling him where to go
That's what I
next.
was looking at. Like
Never
I'm
put
looking
it
at.
It's like, what do you mean? I
His
got
dark side
1,
is almost
2,
like
3,
fully
4,
Zeta.
5 Zetas you can put in his Rebel team. Oh my God! We see we got Chewie and Han and R2 and CLS.
Wait, look at that Gear 9 CLS.
Oh no! Oh no!
2 on HK, 1
No,
on
bro, he's got a
Bad
Gear 12
Stiller,
toggle.
and
Gear 12 toggle.
Yeah, Vance Steel likes himself dark side. He has everything ready for Darth Revan. So I think for him,
Yeah,
the Zetas, if you have 4 Zetas, V, you probably want to save up 3 of them.
I
for
agree. No,
Revan. And
yeah,
then save the other one for HK because you already put a Zeta on Fallen Bastila.
sure.
So I think
HK's got 2 Zetas.
2 Zetas.
yeah.
2
Hermit
Zetas.
Yoda doesn't
Saviors.
have any Zetas. He could put one on Hermit Yoda.
No, he doesn't do.
Yeah.
We're avoiding light side, Zyla.
You don't understand,
Put it on
Zylo.
Hermit Yoda.
You don't understand,
Your Zetas
Zylo.
are going on
the
Darth
bad-
Revan.
He gets the pass because of me. He has to put one on Hermit Yoda, right?
He's not going to listen to you.
I know he won't, but maybe
He's
he will.
not going to do it.
No.
You hear me, Vance Steel?
I've threatened him with physical violence, and he just laughed and did his own thing. So it's not
Yep,
going to
that's the
work.
way he works.
Yeah, he runs the Hermit Yoda because he refuses to gear GK.
So yeah, so your 4 Zetas. I mean, you save them for Darth Revan. You're
Vince
gonna
Hill, Vince Hill's roster is one of the most amazing shake my head rosters I've ever seen. Just
Yes.
you see half of it, and you're like, I am so envious, and you see the other half is like, oh no, oh no.
His C3PO is building up dust on the bottom.
I know.
That's my text alert for Sweary, by the way.
Oh my
Oh god.
Oh no,
Oh
money.
no, oh no. Oh god. I mean, Zetas is just it's the. It's going to be Darth
Don't
Revan.
put anything now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm about to have 80 Zetas, and I mean 3 for Darth Revan, and 1 for old HK 47. You know, so
Yeah.
I mean,
I just barely got like 64 right now, so I'm holding all this for Revan myself too.
Yeah.
And I never hoard Zetas.
yeah. I mean, I mean, if you're going to unlock the character, you might as well make the investment in them. You know, so
Yeah,
that-
The biggest hordes going on forever.
I was
isn't
like
it?
that with Revan last time. You know, it took me like 2 weeks to get them all 3 Zetas, and you really noticed the difference you felt behind the group in that. So I don't want to do that this
okay,
time.
I got to get off. That's just making me want to cry.
All right, let's move on to
Did
number
he want
4.
anything
Oh my God. I'm sorry. This is such an amazingly good roster and such an amazingly what the F roster. It's just incredible.
Well, if you count Rebels and
It's so
Resistance
funny.
out of it, it's actually pretty good.
No, that's what I mean. It's
pretty-
an amazing roster, and then you go to those two, and you're like, well, time to punch myself in the nose.
So, how many Zetas does he have
He said he has 4. Oh, you mean total or?
total?
Total
Yeah.
Zetas? I don't know. How many does he have?
I have to check.
Something close to 60.
Yeah, it's like 56
Yeah. something
last
like
time I counted.
Van Seal has 58. Zetas.
58 now. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's
is
even
that
more.
including the saved ones or no?
No, this is only the ones he's applied. So he's applied 58.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all dark side.
He's not good at saving Zetas. Though.
They're all dark
He's
side.
got more than me.
Oh my god, they're all.
Minus the Revan. He has 3 on Revan.
Here you go. They're all dark side.
Is it a Gear 7, Revan?
Man.
Oh no. No,
Yeah,
he,
he's a Gear 12 Revan. He's using Revan in Arena.
He's got a nest.
Yeah, he has Nest.
that's kind of
Yoda, and Revan.
yeah.
He doesn't count her as light side.
Yeah, I know. But I think those are the only ones. No, Karth. He put one on Karth.
And he has Jolie, and he has Ezra Bridges.
Ezra. Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Ezra.
Well, Nest be a pirate.
Arr.
No, and Zalbar. He has Zalbar in mission also. So he has a
She
few
be
like
part of the other side of the crew.
They be happy.
Arr. All right, last but not least, the worst profile we'll do today, Pookie's.
Oh,
my
damn.
god!
Oh, no.
Look at this.
Not the lead.
Hey, my Gear 12 Phoenix
Oh,
was the
my
only thing I had
God.
last time you did a roster review on me, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, this is just awful. Look at the awful. Wait, how come you dropped from 1 to 61? How are you
Work.
doing that?
Work.
Oh, work. Okay,
Yeah. I can't climb sometimes
that's
3
okay.
days in a row.
No, that makes sense.
I was gonna say you have the weirdest rotation where you go from like 1, 10, 45, and then back to 1.
Like,
I just can't climb some days. It's all there is to it.
I hate real life, man. Trust me, I know. I mean, you've got the pieces, so there's nothing.
Hey, at least in ships, I don't fall to 14 if I don't climb for 3 days.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know. So let's see.
The only thing I see is like Sith Trooper. Just like scrolling through the whole roster. You gear up Sith Trooper. That's a great piece.
He's on the list.
Yeah, let's look. You want to see which
the-
faction to work on next? You said, right? I'm just gonna go through. Real
Oh, I think that's what Finn said, but
Yeah, that's what I put because you didn't know.
Well, what do you want us to look at
Yeah,
there?
something- okay, but-
pro-
He's got a
probably
lot of gear. He's got a
probably
lot of gear.
characters to gear up. Yeah, well, I started in mid-May of 2017.
Okay, so
Yeah.
2 years.
It's a great roster still. Yeah.
I mean, there's some characters that just pop up. I mean, are you running the Kira Scoundrel team? I'm assuming yes. Albar, Mission, Kira, all that stuff.
No, I actually since
I would
geared
round that-
Karth up,
Well,
I geared Karth up. I've been putting them with Karth.
well, yeah,
now
sure,
the
yeah,
past-
you can do that. You could go like you from looking at your roster. Well, okay. First things first, we got to get Darth Revan. Are you getting Darth Revan?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
them.
okay.
The only one that's not geared up right now is HK, and he's still level 65. So, but I'm holding stuff if I got to put something on him.
Yeah. So
I would go like dual purpose characters for you. So Fives is one character I'd work on with where your roster is, right? Fives may be beneficial because he has the ship that you can boost up. Because I was looking at your fleet. If you want to work on like another fleet, the Geos would be the other one. And then for like 3v3, Kenobi, and I'm trying to check them right now, Kenobi, Barriss, and Fives still works out really well. So Barriss may be another character you want to work on.
But yeah, really, it's just 3PO needs some love. Most of your characters are 11, so it's really what you want to work on. I would say after we get through the Darth Revan craziness,
Yeah, that's my goal is to get a lot of.
you
stuff.
could go, the Karth team, and then you can run a Kira, solo team, with Nest. That's a possibility.
Well, let's see. I've been thinking about Grievous, right? Because like, you look at all the teams that I've got geared up, and how many of those teams is Grievous still better than for GA or whatever?
He's mid tier at best. So yeah, if you are facing teams like JTR or something along those lines, it definitely can be a team that you can use.
It's
If
still
I- but if I'm gonna-
bounty hunters, I'm pretty sure.
But it can, but depends on which bounty hunter team you're facing, right? And what's the lineup? Because I'm thinking about what your GP level is, right? It could do that. So, but if I'm going to work on a team rounded up, I'd rather work on your scoundrel teams because you can use them on offense and defense, and just
IG 100 is also going to eat up all of your Carbon.
yes. Oh my God! Do you have 600 Corbantes?
Yeah, and he's for all that resources that he takes, he's not that good.
I thought he needed 800.
I don't know.
Well, he already has him at gear 9.
Yeah, well, I mean, so okay, well, we'll subtract here.
But I mean, you have a lot of gearing to do.
I don't have any problem, Pookie, with you going for the droids. But if I was going to make a call, I would say round up your scoundrels first. I think you get more bang for your buck with those on offense and defense than you would the droids, because droids really it's just offense. But the car team and then the Kira team, you could create two teams that you could leave on defense is going to drive people up the wall because they're a pain in the ass to deal with. And droids only give you just offense and not even offense that you can beat. You can beat certain teams, but that's it. So that's just kind of my viewpoint on it. Now, the cool thing is you're going to get the Darth Revan team coming down. So that's really going to give you a lot of flexibility because you can just put him on defense, keep your Jedi, or hell, do this. Put your, if they don't have Darth Revan, put your Darth Revan on defense, keep your Jedi Knight Revan for offense, and then if they leave their Jedi Knight Revan on defense, they're in big trouble because they can't beat your Darth Revan, and then you're going to have your Jedi Knight Revan you can take out theirs with. So that's going to give you a lot of flexibility. And then with the other teams, instead of putting down, you could go, Kira team, the other, the car team, you could go First Order Bounty Hunters, you could put two other really great, solid defensive teams down, and they're going to have to be perfect to clear you. If they aren't, then they're going to be screwed. So, it's something for you to think about. But other than that, I don't really have a bunch of Gear 12s and 11s here. I don't really have anything that pops out. I mean...
And one thing, too, I did want to say about the Grievous team, just to kind of, give him some extra benefit since he does have Grievous geared. I mean, your B2 is Gear 10, so if you get him up to Gear 11, he's a great piece for GA and TW alone outside of that team. And then if your Magna Guard's Gear 9, it said, so if you just round up Droideka and B1 to Gear 9, you can still use that team to kill a secondary bounty hunter team. Not
I almost killed with mine. I came real close, and it was the first time I'd taken them against them, right? Mm-hmm. And yesterday I took Grievous and the other three droids and Chopper in, because Chopper doesn't have a really good home at the moment for me.
Good spot for that, yeah.
Yeah, and I almost killed the 90k bounty hunter team with my 72k Grievous team.
Is it a boss team too? Or?
Yeah, it was one Zeta Bosk, but I almost took it down. Came real close.
People do put down Embo lead, counter teams and stuff like that too. So something like that would be good for, or even a first order team, a little under-geared first order team. You beat that with a double Zeta crew, Zeta first order stormtrooper. It's really good about chipping away at that team and then kind of getting down to just Xylo and crew right away. So it's a good counter for that. Again, the marquee pieces need to be up to at least Gear 9, the actual separatist droids. But it is a good counter for even Ewoks too. It's a good counter for some Ewoks too. So
yeah. All right. Anything else you want us to look at, Pookie?
I mean, I guess other than the dark side Zetas, we're at a Zeta or two go.
How many do you have again?
I got 72 Zeta mats right now.
No, Darth Revan and HK. Simple.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Other than them is what I was meaning.
Yeah, I mean Bastila maybe.
Darth Revan's gonna need 3, and then it depends on
HK
which
might
character.
have 2, and Fallen Bastila is gonna have 1.
Of course, you think HK is gonna need both of his Zetas?
We don't know yet.
Potentially. I mean, at least one. Look at JTR BB-8, right? You don't need all 3 Zetas on JTR, but let's say you did have to put all 3 of them on there, right? And then BB-8, you just need the one to kind of actually get the benefit out of the kit. And then the second's just a plus with the droids around him and everything, right? So
yeah, and that's why I don't have it at the moment.
No, not a
plus or something. It won't be a must-have, but it'll be a plus.
But yeah, just save your Zetas. It's all about Darth Revan, so just keep hoarding.
Poor Alchie.
What?
She's like, what? I missed an hour of this?
Oh.
She hasn't been.
Well, Alchie, the good thing is you can go back from the beginning and watch it. See? That's the beauty of YouTube.
No, I know, but YouTube has been pretty bad. They haven't been doing the notifications correctly.
Yeah. It's funny. I get notifications that we're doing the lunch stream an hour and a half after the lunch stream ends.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I got for the Jedi Academy this weekend.
Yeah,
it happens with all their stuff.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Farquhar.
It's happy birthday, Farquhar.
Oh, thank you.
That's right.
And that was the nice one because you
She's-
obviously
she's-
looked at the
she's
DMs.
turning-
You got the angry one
Yeah,
earlier.
she's turning 21 today, and
Oh, yeah, I got a angry happy birthday bee at midnight.
Oh,
I was sleepy. I was sick yesterday. I was not in voice chat, and
mm,
I like to get drunk on Tuesday nights and voice chat.
okay.
Yeah.
Have the
All
good
right.
times rolling.
So those are the 4 roster reviews. Finn, if someone wants a roster review, how did they go about getting one?
simple. Head on to the RSG Discord, PM me Affinity. Let me know that you want a roster review. Tell me your GG page. Make sure that I send you a response within 24 hours saying that you are in the queue. If I don't, after 24 hours, just bug me again and ask me if you're in the queue. That's
Alright.
simple.
That's simple.
And the
Oh,
wait time right now is about a month. It's like 4 weeks or so.
yay, I can
They
spend
look like as we go
some
through
more crystals on Juhani. I'm going to do
Hey,
it.
thanks guys for actually doing this too. I asked like in January, Finn one day, I was like, "Can I do a roster review?" And they're like, "Yeah, do mine too. Do mine too. Do mine too."
No. I got volunteered up. Okay.
Darth
sat
Hideous
back
volunteered
quiet.
you like 3 times. So
Yeah.
And we did all 4 in an hour. Boom.
Yeah.
And luckily we don't have a lot of questions, so we can work through these really.
Not really, because we got to do Grand Arena. It's that time where we set
Oh.
defense.
So is offense open?
No, it's defense. We know we always set the team first.
Oh, okay. Well,
Damn
we
it.
could go through some of the questions, but then I actually have to eat lunch.
What do you mean you got to eat
And just
lunch?
share your screen.
What
Yeah.
the piss?
Lunch?
What? I'm hungry.
You're getting too big for your britches, Finn. You just leave me doing everything all
I'm
the
not
time.
getting too
Just-
big for my
just
britches. That's
grab
why
a
I need
Twinkie.
food. Otherwise, the britches are gonna fall off.
Mm.
Okay. Next, first question, Deadpool Kyle. What day was the fan meetup next month? So, we are actually planning on doing. Okay, so it's gonna be for April 5th until April 8th. So it's that weekend. The only night we're not planning on doing something is the 8th because we are leaving on that day, and then the 6th. And that's because on the 6th, we have to go to bed early because we have to get up at like 3 a.m. in order to get to the race by like 4 p.m. or 4 a.m. on Sunday. Because the race is at 5:30 and they actually want us there at like 4 a.m. So we're going to be calling it early on Saturday, but Friday night and Sunday night definitely we're planning on doing stuff. So if you guys are coming to Orlando in the Disney area or anything, let us know. And we'll work with you. We have a couple of people that are already showing up. And so if anybody else is coming, let us know. We'll definitely put something together.
All right.
JLY9 question: where do you use C3PO for
Your
Grand
timeout
Arena
team.
Red Wars? I currently use Chase with my CLS team and put 3PO with my Finn lead Resistance. Finn, Poe, Haldos, 3PO, and Resistance Trooper. Is that the best use? I put it with 3PO. I mean, with CLS, and then you can put in a different tank in that 5th position, like an old Ben. So CLS, Han, Chewie, 3PO, and then old Ben. And then Finn, I mentioned before, Finn, Poe, Resistance Trooper, Haldo, and Rose Tico would be the Finn team that I would go with. Where do you guys use 3PO? Zylo, where do you use your 3PO?
My 3PO goes with JTR. The synergy with R2 and just the mass assist just speeds the team up a lot more. I mean, like, and plus it's a more survivable team for me. Like, I don't really use a tank for my JTR team. I like to use like Scav Ray or IG-88 for a 5th, depending on what I have in my pocket or what I plan to use for offense. And yeah, C3PO's main home is Resistance for me, and I don't really like him in a Rebels team personally. There's already enough damage and debuffs and all that in that team already. I don't really use him outside of JTR.
All right.
Okay.
This is a mismatch.
Next question from Chicken8212. What do you have against yodeling pickles? Hashtag yodeling raptor.
They're on the
Nothing.
screen every day now.
We embrace it. Eric Estrella, question for Ranger.
Hi.
You had Juhani's 6-star yesterday. Did you buy the $6.99 pack and get a good drop to get her close to 7 stars? And how were the drop rates if you did buy the $6.99?
I've done 4 of those. I've got nothing but HK-47s. I will never buy that pack again.
You did it 4 times?
Yeah.
We totally said that was going to happen, too.
Yeah,
And then-
everyone else is
I
getting...
bought it 2 times and I got Fallen Bastila both
Yeah,
times.
I've gotten HK-47 the entire time. So I just was like, screw it. I bought I bought the $39.99 pack. I told everybody I was going to do that, and I did because just I'm going to be done with this sooner than later. It makes sense. I don't need it for Karth and Canderous, because those two I'll have done no problem. So if you, well, I'll get out of Grand Arena for a second here. So if you go to my roster and you look at it, that basically puts Basla done and Juhani done. I'm still going to do my investments, so they'll be done here the next day or two. Really, at least the rest of my crystals, 16 crystals, that's going to put Karth at 90. And they'll still leave me enough crystals where I can do the 300s for Canderous and be done with him in no time. So there you go. But I have basically blown through 30,000 crystals.
How much gear do you have at the moment, Ranger?
Like 650 Carbantes, 300 stun guns.
It's not a whole lot. Whenever you say a lot, it's a decent amount, but it's not.
Well, I'm not done
trying
yet.
to gear them all up.
Well, no, you don't understand. I've got those are just the salvage. That's not fully crafted pieces.
You got fully crafted.
Yes,
oh, well, see, I figured you'd say them with that number.
No, I just say that just to give it, I have stuff like that. So I'm not worried about it. Like all the gold pieces, like I've got like tons of them. So it's
all the Gear 12 plus.
Yeah. I mean, I basically what I did is I looked at what I needed for Jedi Revan when he came out, and I doubled it. And then I've just been hoarding over that amount. So,
but what's the gear level we think that's going to be required?
I still think it's 10. I'm going to do what I told people. I'm going to start by when I do the event. I'm going to start by taking them into Gear 8 and see, because the first 4 tiers are not going to be anything worth, just like anything, right? They're easy. Then I'll see at tier 5 what what's going to happen. Now people are going to be doing the event before I do. So I'll have a good understanding of it, but I'm going to try to see how far we can take it. And then if I need to take the characters up a gear tier, each tier, 5, 6, and 7, I will. So I'll try 5 at 8, 6 at 9, and 7 at 10, see what happens. So that people can know that it can be beaten without having to have gear 11 pieces.
Well, and just speculating too, all right, so you're going to get Darth Revan in the event, right? So if you have HK and Fallen Vassal already, and regardless whether you do or don't have the Zeta on Karth lead, right, if you're going to even be able to use his lead in the event, I think just having those 2 pieces around Darth Revan will be good. You'll be fine with the event. Just like you had Vassal invested and Jolie invested, you could just auto the event for Revan. And I expect this one's going to be a little more challenging, and it's going to be more unique for a Hero's Journey event, but I don't think you're going to need anything more than those 2 pieces around Darth Revan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I think Ranger is shooting for the right target there at least gear 10, because we don't know if they're going to give us Darth Revan to use. If you're going, I'm going to gear all my dudes to 8, and they don't let us use Revan, and I don't have enough to take them up to any higher than that when the event drops, and hey, I can't get Revan because I can't beat it.
That's why I just went ahead
that
and
would
took
really
him to 11.
suck.
Yeah, I was saving a lot of gear, and then I was like, well, let's just put it on the characters because I'm going to use them.
It's usually good to prepare for the worst and be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, exactly.
When you don't need it, rather than being all, holy crap, I can't believe I couldn't get Revan. That's really gonna suck for a lot of people that thought they had enough to do it, but can't do it.
Well, and you'll still benefit from it. It's just, again, scaling the event and, being able to micromanage your resources towards the Darth Revan team, as opposed to, okay, I'm going to gear this Karth team and use it for territory wars in Grand Arena, but that's after you get the requirements and after you get everything you need for Revan. So it's like a endless circle.
All right. So I'm going to start setting squads. I'm going to do a little bit differently. I want to try out the Django lead. Not Boba Fett lead. Bosk. Bubba. Let's see who else we want to throw in there. Definitely want Greedo and Dengar.
You got both Zetas on Bosk, right?
Yeah.
Do Bosk lead. And speed's nice, but boss lead's more survivable, especially if you got Django and Boba in the team.
Isn't it like Django leads more for offense, isn't it?
Yeah, that's something more of like a Night Sister killer, but you have to also invest in the Zetas and stuff too.
I was gonna try something different for the fans, but okay, fine. I'll just go with this team.
I'm sorry. I mean, like it's a staple team, right? Like we're gonna put First Order with Bears down or something like that, right? Or
we can. You want to go first? You want to go full First Order, or you want to put Zaris in there?
Yeah. I mean, we have to double check Xylo speed real quick too for mods. Like if Officer's the engine, then we need Officer in there, but we want Fox in there with them too. So we might have to do First Order like all the way.
I like First Order all the way. That's just what I do. Wait, why is he in there? Oh, I selected the wrong squad. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the First Order team that I use. Oh no, no. Where are
I know your Fox is a beast too. Yeah.
I was like, no. That's the team that I want to do. All Gear 12, and then throw that in there. But I just like using First Order as.
I gotta change my loadout because I've only got one form right, and I've got Pilot still in there because I just recently geared up the Trooper. So yeah, I feel you. I did the same thing last night. Whenever I put them in, I'm like, hold on, this is wrong.
When you fill that team up, yeah.
Oh, Shadowville wanted to comment. I remember he said something like, "Bro, let me help you next time." Well, we're just doing defense. I think we need more help on offense than anything, Shadowville.
Well, I think we need help in general.
Yeah, we do. So, I mean...
Finn,
if you want to get Shadow in here, you can. So, we got two teams down, pretty standard teams. We got the Boss, Bounty Hunters, and Crew. The other team that I definitely want to put on defense is my Kira Stall team.
Definitely.
So let's put her down. I mean, that's just a really good team. Pain in the ass. Where is it? God damn it! Where are you? Where did I do? Damn it! I can't remember. I put all these. There we go. Kira Stall team with Kira lead with Mission, Zalbar, Vandor, and L3. I haven't taken the 12 because I'm saving again. Horde all my gear. I could take all three of those to 12 right now. Not worth it.
Yeah, it's a later on thing, right?
Yeah, we're gonna put that team on. So that's.
Well, if you're looking to take one of those characters to Gear 12, the main focus would be Vandor because that makes his double tap heal for more.
Yeah, but I had to stop
heal for a lot more
to Horde gear. When I get my Revan to 12, Darth Revan to 12, you guys will all be like, it was good coverage.
He gets a bayonet.
All right.
It's like a truck.
So what else do we want to put on? What else do we want to put on defense?
Well, let's see here.
You go Night Sisters.
You want to do Night Sisters?
What? Do you have any more Knights? Have you gotten anything leveled up other than Talia yet?
I've got.
Zaris.
Hold on, I've got Zaris I can throw in there. I think the other one is Initiate and is 11. And Zombie I haven't had time.
I just geared my zombie, and I'm like.
I'm sorry, Spirit. Zombie's 12. They're all 12.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Spirit.
I just put Spirit up to 11 a couple days ago, and she's oh man, she's like a truck.
Oh, dude, just wait until she gets the when you get her to Gear 12 with the bayonet, and I think she gets the stun gun as well.
Yeah, she's gonna hit hard, man. I've seen her hit like 50, 60K on her basic.
Yeah.
What do we want to do here? You want to take out Talia and put in Zaris?
Yeah, I like that.
Why not? Why not? There we go. So that's 4 teams. We need 3 more.
Oh, wait, actually, Night Sister Spirit, she doesn't get a bayonet. She gets 2 stun guns, which is better.
Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of offense on there,
yeah.
All right, so we got 4 teams down. We need 3 more. Fleet, I'm just going to run my Galactic Fleet. Don't even bother with that.
Oh, you got
it. Yeah, that team, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even... who else do you want to put down? His roster is poop.
Is it like what you DSR'd him?
Yeah, no, you know how to do that, right, Pookie? You go to the...
Yeah, and you can look at them that way. Yeah, I don't know. I normally do both. I look at DSR.
I just do this.
The DSR bot on Discord is really informational, but you get to see a little bit of like what I like to do is I like to go to their roster and then I like to click the tab to the right, the top right corner, and
Speed.
just see what's
Yeah.
on the bottom of their roster too, and see what's sitting on the bottom of their roster. So that kind of
And look at that Jen Urso. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a beast. Well, he's got Nest, so he can use Nest to solo like Ewoks and stuff. So we don't want to put Ewoks or anything down. Does he have Wampa? Is the question too. Actually,
I have Wampa. I don't know if he does. So, I mean,
yeah. If he doesn't have Wampa geared or anything, then we could put down a solid, Rebel team.
he has Wampa. It is,
But no Zeta, that's like Gear 8. Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's modded okay, but still, it's not gonna be able to do the job.
No, it's not.
All right. So we can put down like a Rogue One team.
Okay.
So unless you want to put like a
that's
wedge
fine.
bigs, something like that. Anything.
I'm fine with that. So we can put like, you said Rogue One?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Nest can solo Rogue One too. Actually, now that I think about it.
Nest and Wampa.
Yeah.
Both of those can solo him.
I don't know. I had to put him on defense. You only have so many teams whenever you're fresh into the bracket.
You got Fulcrum pretty geared, don't you?
Yeah.
Put Fulcrum in as the 5th instead of K2.
So
That
take
way
out
she'll get some
K2.
buffs and she'll do some extra damage. And that way if he tries to put something solo in there, Fulcrum and Cassian can do some extra damage.
So Jin, Cassian, Churden Bays with Fulcrum.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What do you guys think?
Seems decent. I just wish I had my Chase leveled up. Like, I mean, they're 85, but they're like gear 8, and I just never can seem to get them. I can't seem to get them gear. I got the other 3 gear 11 and 12, but
even at gear 11, Chase is amazing. Like I've had them since like that Rex, the triple cleanse team with Nihilus. Oh man, I love that combo.
All right, and then we just need two more teams.
Can do a Bastila team.
Like Bastila.
We want to keep Hermit for the Revan team, and then GK's got to stay on the Revan team too. Pull the Jedi tab up. I know you got Old Ben gear 12.
Yeah.
Get Old Ben. Anakin's gear 11.
Yeah.
Ezra and Qui-Gon Jinn. It's a more offensive-minded team, but if you want to put Mace in there instead of Qui-Gon, he's more survivable in the second tank, so you'll have 2 taunters.
Qui-Gon is extremely squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mace will be the second tank in that team, and
Gear 11 too.
It'll give him some more time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys like that one too, yeah?
It's a Bastila Uljan. Qui-Gon does do this.
Best you can do without.
Well, Qui-Gon does the call and assist as well. With Bastila, he's not going to be as squishy, right?
Yeah, and you'll have 3 assists in there with Ezra, Qui-Gon.
Yeah, I like Qui-Gon better.
And then Anakin's not like the most amazing piece, but he's keeping them from like a Nest solo team. Like he's gonna put buff immunity and health immunity on Memphis Nest if they try to solo it. So.
And then I can just use those
top 5 for your Revan.
I mean, yeah.
They're asking why GK on offense, but I assume you're still working on that quest. Or no?
Well, GK on offense because for one, he's got to be on that team for his.
Does a call and assist?
Con.
Yes.
Yeah, the counter too. Like the counter makes Jolie that much more survivable, and the reason why Hermit Yoda is really fast, and it kind of makes another call to assist, right? So it builds up their statistics on like health and protection.
Well, I could put Hermit Yoda on defense and go with Plo Koon for offense if I need to.
It's up to you. I mean, you can pull Qui-Gon Jinn and make the team more survivable if you're comfortable with Plo Koon counter. Or you could put Plo Koon in this team. But then again, that kind of defeats the purpose of it. Yeah.
It's fine. He's probably not even gonna get to this damn team. So I'm just, this is just, So we just
It's a
need
comfortable Jedi team too, and it still has a rev encounter in your back pocket.
Well, the great thing about this format, and this is what I absolutely hate about this format, is if he wants to go for that team, he'll be able to go for it first.
Yeah, the 7 all in one.
Oh, that's true.
All 7 teams at once.
Yep.
This one's going to be
There's
more about
no
efficiency
strategy.
and one-shotting everything. Yeah.
Yep.
There's no hiding. You don't know what's there.
No guesswork. Everything's right there in front of you.
Shadowville
for sure.
Juhani is not done, so I cannot use Juhani.
Yeah,
She's not geared.
I
or
was just
anything.
gonna ask.
Yeah, next round we can use Juhani and stuff. But we've got Plo for the Revan team, so I can, if I really want to put Plo in there, if we need it, then I can put it in there. I've got Jolie, General Kenobi, the 2 Yodas. I mean, hell, I don't even need Hermit Yoda. I just go in there with Plo and Grandmaster Yoda and have fun, because I don't think his Revan team is going to be up to snuff against mine. So, so that's good.
The best thing about having Hermit Yoda in your pocket too is like you could put him with Nest. And
sure.
Just Nest and Wampa even, the Rex Wampa team. So he's a little more flexible in offense too as well.
So
when you put him on defense, and if he's the last piece standing, you know what I mean, like that kind of like cripples you on defense.
So we need one more team.
What you got?
So last time we kind of went with Palpatine, so that one it got the hold, but we didn't have Palpatine on offense, so we didn't like that.
I don't like that.
Let's do maybe go back to the alt tab again. Scroll down a little bit. Okay.
I could just go like Maul team or something. No, because the Wampa goes and eats that alive.
Yeah, that's true too.
But Savage actually works now.
Mine's
but
not.
Savage is undergeared, yeah.
If you got the Zeta with the
I don't. I hate Savage.
I love Savage. He was one of my first few Zetas.
Same here.
P3 for the
Amazing.
tank raid, he could go in there and just solo the tank raid and escape. So the 2 things that I'm thinking out loud is either Troopers or a big wedge team.
No, I wouldn't put Troopers on D.
No.
Troopers is a bad idea.
Yeah.
I know it's been like this new thing coming around the block.
I'll go Biggs wedge. Let's just put a Rebel team in there. Why not?
Though, what's your Krennic at?
Krennic is like gear 8.
Like 9.
No.
9, something like
I was
that.
gonna say if he's 11, you could do a Krennic-led Death Trooper with Veers, Stark, and like Shore. That would work.
I'm not putting them on defense.
So
I can go.
Go with the Biggs team, yeah. We already put Chase on defense, so I like that, and then something to heal the team up, or
I'll go
some
Akbar.
extra offense. What else do we have in there?
Let's see.
I know you have some pretty stacked Rebels.
How's your Cholo?
He's 10.
Ooh, take maybe just to do it. Cholo's good. Yeah, the days, the revive, and he's gonna kind of help bring Taunt back with a Stormtrooper Han. I like it. Yeah, I mean, this is a solo team though.
Yeah, Nest and Wampa will walk right over this team.
Well, not so much Wampa, but Ness can definitely do it, especially if she's really tenacity modded, but there's not really much else you can do. I mean,
I could put KTSO in there, but
that kind of does the same thing that Han does too.
But he'll counter in days.
Yeah, and then Captain Han doesn't have as high as a counter percent chance, right? How fast is Captain Han compared to K2?
Captain Han can daze too, can't he?
Yeah, it's basic, but I don't think his counter is.
I'm not worried about it.
Just K2 is.
I'm not worried about it.
I like Captain Han in there better than K2. If you want to throw this one down, then that's what we got. It's either this or Ewoks. I mean, we don't really use the Ewoks on offense, and they have more survivability than this team, but
Okay, we'll go Ewoks.
This team has more offense.
I forgot about the
That team did
Ewoks.
have more offense. Where are we at here? We don't have Lawgray.
Well, I'm sorry.
I say go back with the Wedge team. Yeah.
All right.
Just because it has more offensive-minded capabilities, and Captain On can revive just as good. So.
Biggs, Wedge.
Plus, you'll get a lot more turn meter from Stormtrooper On.
Yeah.
Wedge lead.
Oh. Doggy.
Oh man. Oh man.
That would have been epic.
So he's gonna have.
That will get
Biggs, you're a champion.
The good old big sleeve.
That's why we look at it. We're like, all right, we got Wedge, Biggs, we're good now.
All right, we're set. Then I'll put my Mace Fleet on defense. I don't,
Overall, it's still some really good defenses, and I think your opponent's going to struggle with those. So.
Yeah, for defense, I always go with the Galactic Republic fleet. So
Yeah, the Galactic Republic fleet is still really good for like TW and Grand Arena.
yeah, so I just go with that, and it holds most of the time. Actually, you know what? I've been putting the Lando's Millennium Falcon in there. I wonder if I should.
I love that ship.
Yeah,
That ship is so good.
If I can get all that. Thank you. Right side. Lando, where you at? There you is. The new Millennium Falcon. There you go. Set. Good. All right, and then we'll see how it played out. Tomorrow we'll do offense. Biggs leads his tits. Oh, wait. Finn left, didn't he? Oh, my God.
I have all the questions, though.
Are you sure?
I'm on this. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm on this one. Okay, we got a question from Ryrock. Will a slow snow trooper work with the Imperial Trooper team?
Hold on. We're getting feedback from somebody. Check your mic.
From Hideous.
Hideous.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, hideous.
Okay. Question from Ryrock. Will a slow snow trooper work with the Imperial Trooper team of Veers, Stark, Range, and Magma?
Will a
Stark, Range, Magma, Snow Trooper.
Yes. Because it's not about speed on him, it's about speed on Stark. Because Stark gets going and it doesn't really matter. Stark will... if your Stark's above 240, he's actually above 260. And what happens is he goes first and then all your troopers go first. So it's not about speed on your snow trooper. It's about damage, crit chance, that kind of stuff. Offense, whatever you want to put on him. But it's about his damage. That's all you got to worry about. So yeah, you can get away with a slow snow trooper.
I agree.
Okay, next question from Sanely Red. Question, my guild just beat MC5. How about now, Ranger and Stoner Jedi?
Congrats.
Nice. Okay. Question from Hellenix. The territory war that ends today is labeled war number 66. Does this mean we've had 66? We're getting feedback again here.
I'm going to kill you, Hideous.
don't kill me.
Fix yourself, fool.
Okay. Again, question from Hellenix. The territory war that ends today is labeled war number 66. Does this mean we've had 66 TWs, or does this number 66 include the few TWs we've skipped, such as on 1223, 1227, and 1231?
I don't know. I don't keep track of how many we've actually done. Wow. I don't think we've done 66 territory wars, have we? We've done a lot. You know what? Actually, yeah.
It's entirely possible
It
that
is.
we have.
It is, because a lot of people have gotten the
50 wins.
50 wins. So yeah, makes sense that we would have 66. Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense to me.
Okay, next question from Ski Trooper. Question, will Cubs be able to console himself after the whipping Alpha Squad put on his guild? Ooh. Oh.
I mean, you're not going to win every territory war, so. I mean, no one's undefeated, but depends on how. I mean, a win is a win is a win. It just depends on how much of a win was it. Was it close? Did it come down to the final stretch? But shout out to your guild for beating them. I know we just faced them and it was a close match, but we lost. So, but kudos to you guys. I don't know if Cubs cares or not. I just don't know, but I can't speak for Cubs. So, I don't know what Cubs thinks. Maybe it upsets him. It vexes him greatly. I don't know. Jesus. I have no idea.
Okay, next one from Paul Bracamonte.
Okay.
Finn and Rangers should do a Rocky 3 style training montage for the marathon. Beach sprints.
Yeah.
Or the stair run with Survivor playing in the background.
Oh my God.
Or Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah. Oh no. God.
They finally get to the top of the stairs, and then Ranger pushes Finn down the stairs.
You damn right I would.
Okay, next question from Gav P. Let's see here. He seconds Paul Bracamonte's request for a training montage. Ranger training and Finn eating pie and Twinkies. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, and now for the final question from Ryrock. Just found out my GA opponent has a 5-star Falcon. Should I keep my Houndstooth on offense since he/she will likely clear me since he is Falconless? I'm guessing since Ryrock is Falconless.
I mean, it's a strategy where basically what you're doing is since they don't have something you put on defense, and it makes it damn near impossible for them to beat you,
or at least have a chance to lose against it versus being 100% win.
Right. So,
So his opponent has the Falcon and he doesn't have the Falcon.
Right.
So that's gonna be a tough one.
I would say.
Does he have a team that can beat the Falcon?
Yeah. See, if he does have the Falcon, then you probably want to keep it on offense in case he puts it on defense. Just what I would think you would want to do. I mean, yeah. If I had to.
Oh wait, did I misunderstand? Do they both have the Falcon?
No, the opponent has
the
Falcon.
Yeah. What was he asking to leave on defense? I guess I was confused.
He's asking if he should save his Houndstooth for offense.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, save your best for offense because chances are he'll save his Falcon for offense as well.
I wouldn't mess around with, if you don't have the Falcon, I would totally not mess around. If you know you've got a team that has a good percentage chance of beating a Falcon, he's probably going to put that Falcon on defense for sure. So you need to save whatever it takes to try and get through that.
And that was the last question.
All right. Well, look at us.
Only went 33 minutes over.
All right. We did it, guys. Did a good job.
Hey, you've done worse with one roster review. So.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, but that was when Finn was around.
Well, thanks for humoring me.
No, it was your birthday,
Yeah,
so.
it was fun. And happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Lady Farquhar.
I'll be probably having drinks and voice chat later. If anyone wants to join me.
Dude.
Very nice.
How long are you gonna make me wait? I might day drink here since I'm off today.
Well, I gotta go. I gotta feed my kids lunch.
Well, yeah, if
Spring
you gotta
break.
feed the kids.
So. We'll probably hit a drive-through or something. I don't want to do any work today.
It's my birthday. Ain't doing nothing.
All right. So, guys, thanks for joining us for our Discord or for our lunch hour. I can't talk all of a sudden. Thanks for joining us for our. I'm tired. I'm about to go work out too, so it's going to get worse. Thanks for joining us for the lunch stream. Happy birthday, Miss Farquhar. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Check out our Patreon. And also check out our American Cancer Society campaign. On the 30th, we're going to be trying to go for the 15,000. If you'd like to donate ahead of time, then go to our Tiltify link down below. You can see we're at 11,482 out of 15,000. We want to hit that mark. So please, 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 if you would like to donate and support a great cause, the American Cancer Society is amazing, and we're doing everything we can for them. So if you would like to, please check that out. Please do. But on behalf of myself and the crew and everybody here, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed it. And with that, we will holler at you later. Peace.